Okay, thank you all for your patience. Good evening. This is Carol, Kilo Papa 4 Mike Delta, net control operator for the River City, New York Slow Scan TV Net. This net serves for training and practice in image transmission modes and meets Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific time on the N6NA repeater on 441.30 megahertz and also on our YouTube live channel. River City Arcs members and all licensed radio amateurs are welcome to participate. If you wish to join the net or need to make a call at any time, please announce your call sign between transmissions, and net control will acknowledge you if an emergency should arise and you need the repeater. Please contact net control by saying break break. A double break signifies emergency traffic. The net will stand by for you until the emergency is terminated or the traffic must move to another frequency. Stations who wish to check in are asked to respond with their full call sign using the recognized IT phonetic alphabet in their name. I will recognize each station before I continue. Any station wishes to check into net, please come now.
November 6, Papa Golf, Quebec.
Alpha 6 Delta Golf.
Kilo 6, Sierra, Quebec, Yankee.
Kilo Romeo 6 Romeo Alpha Oscar.
Okay, I'm going to go down the list of stations I have so far. November 6 Papa Golf Quebec, number 1. Number 2 is Alpha India 6 Delta Golf. I had a number 3, which was Kilo 6 Sierra Quebec something. I missed that. And number 4 is Kilo Romeo 6 Romeo Alpha Oscar. Can I have the Kilo 6 Sierra Quebec call sign again, please? Over.
Kilo 6, Sierra, Quebec, Yankee, Clay and Grass Valley.
Okay, I got Kilo 6 Sierra Quebec Yankee in Grass Valley. Very good. Are there any other check-ins at this time? Please come now. Okay, nothing heard, so we will go ahead and start at the top of the list. November 6, Papa Golf, Quebec. Bob, if you have a image, you are welcome to go ahead and send it now. Over.
Okay, well, I'm using a different computer, so let me check and see if we have tone.
Yes, good tone. Go ahead. Over.
Okay, this is N6 PGQ. N6PGQ.
Almost perfect reception. I'm having trouble finding any pops, but there are a couple. So we're on a nice granite countertop, and sitting on it is an old Leica camera. I'm not familiar with the Leica lines. I don't know what kind or what model or features, but I would guess 30s or 40s era. And I guess we're in the analog theme still. Nice camera. Has it been exercised recently? Do we know the shutter still works, or is it sticky? And is it 35 millimeter or something else that's not even made anymore? Back to net, AI60G.
Okay. Yeah, very good. We also have Craig, WP2N, and Alf, KN6PRD on our live chat. And welcome very much. Alf asked if it's a Leica, L-E-I-C-A. Let's go over to Kilo 6 Sierra Quebec Yankee. And I wonder if you copied the picture, if you have any comments. Go ahead, over.
I do copy the picture. It looks good. This is the previous I had, so looks good.
Okay, now thank you very much for your report, KR6RAO. Any, Kishore, any comments on your reception of the picture? Over.
Yeah, KP4MD, KR6RAO. Unfortunately, I received only noise. I think it may be something on my end, but I did not receive a picture at all. Just a bunch of noise. Back to net.
Okay, yeah, I'm really sorry about that, Kishore. Maybe you need to check the setting of the device, audio device again on your SSTV. Sometimes that gets jumbled. You may have to stop SSTV, restart it, and then go in the options and set the correct device. So we'll turn it over to Bob, and maybe you could tell us what this picture is, please. Over.
Okay, well, it's a Leica 3F, and it was the last model Leica made in their screw mount series. This one was made in about 1957. The line was discontinued for the MM models after that, and this is about the smallest full-featured 35 millimeter camera that was mechanical that was ever made. It has a, obviously a rangefinder on the top, the viewfinder's in the middle of the two circles, and the lens is a collapsible lens. It pulls out, and then you bayonet it into place and take your picture. It's fairly slow operating since it's a rangefinder camera, but they take phenomenal pictures, even nowadays, 60 years later. So there it is, N6PGQ.
Okay, thank you very much for your information on that picture. Do we have any other comments or questions about this picture before we proceed?
Was it 35 millimeter? AI60G.
Yes, it is. It's a 35 millimeter camera, and the Leicas were basically the very first 35 millimeter cameras that were used. 35 millimeter was a motion picture film stock that they had for this camera. They even had little cassettes, steel cassettes, that you could take your spool of 35 millimeter film, load it into the cassette, and when you put it into the camera and latch the camera closed, it would open the door on the cassette, and allow the film to be used. They were pretty advanced for their day, N6 PGQ.
Okay, thank you very much for that explanation, Bob, and the great picture. Let's go down the list to the next one, number 2, AI6DG. Joel, if you're ready, you can go ahead and send your picture, please, over. Yes, you do have tone. Go ahead.
PD 120.
Okay, this is KP4MD putting a shout out to Simon, also joining us on chat from South San Francisco, and he's decoding via YouTube audio. And I just want to put a shout out there to Simon who's joining us. Thank you very much for this picture, Joel. And I'm going to go down to Kilo 6 Sierra Quebec Yankee. I believe your name is Clayton. I wonder how you received this, and do you have any comments on the picture? Over.
Received this as well as the last one. Going off of a little chart you'll have on your website, I would say 554. A couple of little flaws, but received very well. And I'm guessing it's some kind of Swiss chalet is what it seems like to me. Possibly. Anyway, this is Clay, A6STV.
Okay, by the way, I think this is the first time we hear you on here. I'm wondering what you're using to receive the pictures and how you're decoding them. Over.
This is the first time you've heard me, and this is the first real attempt at playing with this stuff. I'm using the SSTV, and the radio is an ICOM IC705.
Very good. Thank you so much on that, Clayton, and hopefully you're going to be able to send us a picture when it's your turn. Let's go down to Kishore. How did you receive that, and do you have any comments on it? Over.
Yeah, this is Kishore, KR6RAO. I did have to restart my SSTV, and I see the picture. It's a beautiful picture. In fact, I'm going to guess, I think I've been here before. I believe this is the Crater Lake Lodge. Distinctive windows and roof line. I can't forget it. First time seeing the lodge and then seeing the lake beyond it was just mind-boggling. So it's a beautiful picture. I can see two cars in the lower right of the picture, and AI6DG call sign there, and I can see the stone facade on the towards the middle right of the picture there as well, the fireplace. Again, great picture, AI6DG. Back to net, KR6RAO.
Thank you, Kishore, and then we'll go back up to Bob, N6PGQ. Your comments on the picture, over.
Well, the quality is very good. There's probably a few pixel pops very obvious in the sky. Good quality picture. Everybody said pretty much what they've said. There's evergreen trees on the left and in the middle, and a very nice lodge. Looks like a minivan or something like that parked right in the middle. It might be a tree. I can't tell with the resolution of my screen. Anyway, I'd be interested to know where this is. It looks like an interesting place to stay. N6PGQ.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob, and put a shout out to another visitor on our live chat. That's N6 Gulf, Mike Lima, Greg, and Mather. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And you're certainly welcome to comment also in the chat. So we're going to go back up to Joel, AI6GG, who sent this picture. And could you please explain what it is? Over.
Yes, very good. Yes, Crater Lake Lodge. This was actually taken 2 days after that eclipse they had up in Oregon a couple of days ago. I took a drive up there and stayed at a campsite up on the side of Mount Hood, which has another lodge, which I've also got pictures of, but didn't turn out as well as this, so I sent this one today. So I did a detour coming back home a couple of days after the eclipse to Crater Lake and played tourist wandering around and walked up and down the village rim, the rim village, the area on the south end of Crater Lake where the lodge and a bunch of other tourist facilities are. Some amazing vista points in there. But that's it. I had a great time, great chance to see that eclipse. Looking forward to the next one in Texas. I'm actually considering. I've got relatives in Dallas, which is in the zone of totality for this upcoming one in April, and I'm actually was just looking at plane fare to get to Dallas. Wow. I guess supply and demand is in effect because there's some much higher rates than normal around the eclipse in April. Back to net, AI6DG.
Okay, thank you very much, Joel, for explaining the picture. Excellent picture I received here, as you could see on my YouTube. And we'll go down to Clayton, Kilo 6 Sierra Quebec Yankee. I just want to tell you that your signal is just a little scratchy here. So we like to see how pictures come through under all conditions. If you're ready to send a picture, we would love to receive a picture from you. Are you ready? Over.
I believe that I am ready, but I want to confirm, what is the best mode to send? I don't see in my list here the ones that have been used already. So is there a preference?
Yeah, we usually use PD120, but if your pictures are not 640 by 496 pixels, that won't work. If you have the default size pictures, you could probably use either Martin 1 or Martin 2. Over.
This picture I have is 320 by 240. I will try Martin 1. Here we go. And also, should I do the tone thing? How does that work?
That's only if you're not sure that you're transmitting it, but if you you want to go ahead and try that first. That way you don't have a 2-meter transmission with nothing on it.
Okay, I will try that first. Do I?
Yep, you're working fine. Go right ahead.
Okay, here it comes. J6SQI.
Okay, this is KP4MD. That picture did come through. I think, well, the IC705 is a QRP radio, and you're being up in Grass Valley. Signal is a little bit marginal. I think you have about 50% quieting, but we did get a picture, and there's a question from Simon on the live chat. He asked, what allows SSTV to determine the call sign of the image? I noticed that it doesn't happen for all images, even if the quality is good. And what determines that is there's a setting in SSTV. If you go under options and under let's see, you just have to make sure that you have your call sign under the TX tab, and then on the main window for SSTV, there's a little button that says TX ID. It's over on the right side. If you click that in there, what it does is it sends a coded, what do you call, there's a little burst of digital data, which is your call sign. And that then gets picked up by SSTV and gets displayed in the little box that says call in the log area of your SSTV. And I have that ticked. Some of us don't. So the ones that don't, you won't see their call sign appear in that little box. So let's go to Kishore. How did you copy this picture? Over.
Yeah, this is Kishore, KR6LAO. Yeah, the picture came through. It's a picture of, I think, a killer whale in the ocean. Seems like an ocean. Can clearly see the whale and the white patch near the front of the whale, the fin. About a third of the way down, there was I think a loss of signal. So I do see a lot of pixels, but it's very clearly a whale and in the ocean. So I think it's pretty good. Good job for your first time. KR6RAO, back to net.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, this is a very good explanation, and I saw the dropout also, and I think it was due to a fade of the signal. Over to Bob, N6PGQ, over.
Well, you could hear the noise in the transmission. There's a whole heck of a lot of pixel pops, probably 30% of the picture are pixel pops, and then it looks like the ID was about a third of the way down. Good picture for first time. I think the SSTV needs a little bit of adjusting, and the levels from his computer need to be checked. But you can tell it looks like a whale to me, and be interested to know where you could get a picture of a whale. N6PGQ.
Okay, thank you, Bob. Yeah, now over to Joel, AI60G. Your report on the picture, over.
Yeah, every time I get one of these marginal signal, marginal condition, or low audio transmissions, it never ceases to amaze me just how well received it is. Yeah, there's a lot of noise in here, and there was a complete dropout of the signal for a while there, so we have that bar just above the orca's tail. But nevertheless, there's a excellent, all things considered, image. And an orca swimming around in the ocean, his tail's out, his body's out, and I wouldn't want to be whatever he's hunting at the moment. So back to net, AI60G.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Joel. Let's see, Alf had a question. What code was this sent as? This was sent as Martin 1. Martin 1. I think that was your question. So over you, Clayton, and could you explain to us what this picture is? And the IC705, like I know it is a QRP radio. I don't know how many watts it puts out. And I believe you're in Grass Valley, and that direction is I believe the repeater is a little bit in the shadow there, going up in that direction, so we may not have a really strong signal that way. Over to you, Clayton, over.
Yeah, this is Clay. This is Clay, K6S2I. So this is a killer whale that was about got from my Alaska cruise, and so it was swimming around and took that picture, and it was about the only one that wasn't blurry and messed up, so I was pretty proud of it. But it was quite a sight to see. And on the radio, yeah, I haven't tried this on 440 before, so I am realizing that the SWR on my antenna is a little high, and I'm probably only putting out 5 watts. So the good news is I have a brand new IC9700 sitting here next to me waiting for some cables, so hopefully next time I do this I'll be able to put out a little more than 5 watts. But anyways, it's been fun. Back to net. It's K6S.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Clay. Are there anybody else with a question or comments for this picture before we proceed? Okay, nothing heard. Okay, on your 9700, that is a fine radio once you get it set up, and we'll be looking forward to seeing more pictures from you in future nets. So let's go down to KR6RAO. Kishore, if you're ready, we're waiting for your picture. Over.
KR6RAO, let me try a tone first. Here goes the tone.
Yes, you do have a good tone. Go ahead.
Okay, this CD 120. KR6RAO, back to net.
Okay, thank you very much, Kishore, on that picture. I did notice that you have a template on there. That template is for a 320 pixel picture, which is a smaller size. Uh, but it came through okay. Let's go down the list here. N6PGQ, Bob, any your comments on this picture? Over.
Well, it's a really good ID in the middle, of course. That always happens. Looks like a large terrarium with a waterfall coming in from the ceiling. Boy, I'd be interested to know where this is. Quality's good. Very few pixel pops. Looks like plants that are inside a warm building. Can't tell you much more than that. N6PGQ.
Okay, thank you for that comment. Let's go down to Joel, AI6DG. What your comment on it? Over.
Large indoor area. So we got full-size trees in the bottom left and right. Waterfall in the center coming out of kind of a upside-down dome, so it's like a cone that's emptying into the center. I think I've seen this picture before. Is this a hotel somewhere in Singapore, I think, or somewhere in China or Asia or Indonesia or somewhere over there? Anyway, truly impressive to walk in and check into your hotel and see something like this. And lots of people playing tourists down below. Kind of hard to tell the scale until you realize that those dots on the bottom left are people. Back to net, AI6DG.
Okay, thank you very much, Joel. Let's go down to Clay, Kilo 6 Sierra Quebec Yankee. Your comments on your picture? Over.
SSTY, it looks like a waterfall to me, and the picture came through very good. I think there is a little noise, and I believe it is, like you were saying, not quite full quieting from the repeater anyway, but picture came through good, and I'm interested to hear more about it. This is Clay, K6STY.
Okay, great. Well, I got a text message here from George, and let's see if George got this picture and if he's able to check in here to the repeater. N6YG, if you're copying, can you check in? And if so, did you receive this picture? Over. Okay, if that was you, George, I didn't hear any audio. Do you want to try it again? Yeah, okay, I think George has to sort out his audio, but I heard like a CWID, it, like part of YG, but just the tail end. Okay, let's then, without further ado, go back up to you, Kishore, and can you explain this picture to us? And we'll get back to George in a moment. Go ahead, Kishore.
Yeah, KP4MD on the net, KR6RAO here. Yes, I was trying to use templates. I still haven't got good at it. I think I need to fix this for next time. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, this is a picture of the rain vortex. I think Joel was pretty close. The rain vortex is actually the world's largest and tallest indoor waterfall. It's about 130 feet high, and rainwater is pumped in from the roof and falls through the hole, and it's about like 10,000 gallons per minute. And this is located in the Singapore Changi Airport. It's in a big mall called the Jewel. It's a really massive mall with, of course, stores, but also there's a hotel there as well. And this waterfall is just amazing. And I think somebody commented, yeah, the lower left and the bottom there, those are people, so it gives you the magnitude of this. And the sounds are pretty amazing. And yeah, there are full-size tall trees. I think this is a 6 or 8 story high building. So it's a picture I took, and it's pretty amazing. Back to net.
Okay, yeah, very, very impressive indeed. And I heard a couple of clicks like someone is trying to get through the repeater. Not getting any audio in though. I think that might be you, George. Anybody has any questions or comments about this picture at this time? Yeah, no audio. I think that you're probably using the IC9700, and I know it's got so many settings on the menus and what have you. No audio. So I'll just go ahead and send the picture in the meantime, if it's okay. This is Kilo Papa 4 Mike Delta, Carol in Citrus Heights with the River City Arcs Slow Scan Television Net, and comment here from Craig, WP2N, who got to see some of the Girl Scout Slow Scan TV with the International Space Station video on YouTube. And he says lots of great questions from those young minds, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. So Craig is down in Louisiana, for those of you who are not aware. He used to live up here in Sacramento and used to take part in the slow scan nets here, but since he moved to Louisiana, he checks in by YouTube. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send the picture if it's okay. Everyone stand by, PD120. Yeah, it looks like the same thing happened to me that happened last time. Uh, I got scrambled. I had set it up before the net, and somehow in between there was a switching here of audio devices. I'm not going to change it now since we're in the middle of the net because I don't want to interrupt the stream. So we'll give one more call for George to see if you're there. N6YG, you want to try to come in? It's KP for MD. Okay, no go. So we'll go to the top of the list again, and we'll just give it's a quarter to 10. So if anybody has another picture they'd like to share, they're certainly welcome to do that. I'll just give a call out and see if anybody wants to send a second picture before we close the nets. KP for MD. Okay, I didn't hear anything, but I do want to give an acknowledgement out to N6YG, who was the chief operator during the slow scan TV contact, not slow scan TV, during the Girl Scouts contact with the International Space Station last Thursday. And if anybody hasn't seen that, I would strongly suggest you go to our website, n6na.org, and click on the link to see the full video of the contact that the River City Arcs and the Girl Scouts made with the International Space Station last Thursday. It is very, very inspirational, and just to see the way the eyes of all of those Girl Scouts lit up when they actually had a chance to talk one-on-one with the astronaut Jasmine Mugbelly, KI5WSL, up on the space station. So thanks again to everyone who joined us on the net tonight, and we will go ahead and secure the net at this time. Let's see if I can pull up the script. There it is. Very good. Thanks to all who participated in tonight's Slow Scan Television Net. We hope to see you again next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Pacific Time. This net is officially now closed at 9:46 Pacific Standard Time. This is Carol Kilo Papa 4 Mike Delta wishing you all good evening and 73.